Hello and welcome to this program for motorsports aficionados. We're bringing you all the action that unfolded in the 13th JK Tyre FMSCI Rotax Max National Karting Championship. I'm Raman Banot and with me is the lovely Sunanda Wong.
Hi Raman, and a warm welcome to everyone who's watching us today. Well, of course, karting is perhaps the first step to an enthusiast when it comes to racing enthusiasts, and this championship of course offers the highest prize money when it comes to this part of the world. This is the Premier Championship.
Absolutely, and also the interesting part as far as the JK Tyre FMSCI Rotax Max National Karting Championship is that it's divided across three categories: the Micro Max, the Junior Max and the Senior Max classes. And the most important part is that the winners of the Junior and Senior Max classes get a chance to represent India at the Rotax Max World Finals.
Well, to sum it up, there are about 5 rounds and these karts are specially designed for these karting activities. Now, we'll be taking a look at everything that happened in round 1.
Absolutely, and remember, round 1 was held at the Meko Kartopia track in Bangalore, and we'll start with action from the Micromax class. So it's the Micromax pre-final that's going to see young karters, 12 of them, take to the racetrack at the Meko Kartopia in Bangalore. This 1.2 kilometer long CIK-FIA standard karting track is going to see action from young karters who are as young as 7-8 years old to 12 years old in the Micromax class. You've got the defending champion Shahan Ali Mohsin in kart number 11. He'll be the cynosure of all eyes as the karters get last-minute instructions before we see them undertake the formation lap. Remember, you've got competition from the likes of Yashash Moore, Arjun Nair, Arjun, Rohan Alva, Adityansh, Kunal Vinod, Satvik Raju as they come around the final bend in the formation lap. Are they holding positions? Yes, they are. And race action getting underway. And a bumpy start it is as a couple of karters collide, but the race leader goes past clean enough. No problems here. It's been a good, solid, clean start for Arjun Nair, who's in the lead, but Shahan Ali Mohsin in kart number 11 is right behind him. And don't discount the challenge from Yashash Ward as well, who's in kart number 24. Shahan Ali Mohsin overtakes the race leader. He is now in the lead, is the defending champion. Yashash running second, but this really could be a dogfight between the top 3 because you cannot discount Arjun Nair as well. 12 laps, remember, of the Meko Kartopia track is what these karters will do. It's 1.2 kilometers per lap. So really there is time for karters to make a comeback. The idea is to keep good, clean racing lines as the lead is being built up by Shahan Ali Mohsin. In the mid-pack there is a challenge and a battle unfolding. You cannot discount Rohan Alva as well, and Arjun R will look to make a challenge as the race progresses. But for the moment, it's Shahan Ali Mohsin, the lad from Agra, who's in the lead. And straight away we see a collision there. Couple of karters involved. There's Arjun, who's involved in that collision with Zaid Hussain, and that's disappointing. But staying with the race leader, Shahan Ali Mohsin takes the checkered flag. News that's come in is that he's been given a 10-second penalty, and that means that he will drop down to 3rd overall. It's great to see these young kids in action, 12 of them in all. Remember, some of them as young as 7 years old. And it's great to see these young kids like Shahan Ali, who hails from Agra, or for that matter, Rohan Alva, Arjun Nair, Adityansh, Yashash Moore. They were all keen to make a mark on the racing circuit.
Fun way of getting your firm grip, in fact, of the sport. Now, the special part about these races is that you get ample time on the track, right? There's a qualifying round, which is followed by 2 heats, and there's a pre-qualifying race and a final race.
Well, absolutely. The pre-finals and finals, as Sunanda was saying, those are the 2 races for which you end up getting points. And points are of utmost importance because over 5 rounds, the maximum number of points that you accumulate will actually determine who's going to be the winner. And this was an interesting pre-final that we just saw because Shahan, though he carded the fastest lap, he also got a 10-second penalty for a jump start as well.
Well, you know, the lad actually didn't give away anything. He kind of nailed it in the first round itself, isn't it?
Absolutely. Let's take a look and see what happened in the final race. So we're all set for the first Micromax final race of the season in round 1. And remember, it was the result classification of the pre-final that's going to result in the grid for the final. And this is going to be a 15-lap race, so lots of time given to these young karters. And straight away, we see the yellow flag being waved, which means that overtaking is not allowed. There's been an incident, and now they go back into that formation zone. This time around, the formation is clear, and the race does get underway in earnest. The stewards keep a very close eye on the racetrack to ensure that the karters hold their position, and in the opening lap they weren't sure that the karters had held position. There was a jump, and that's the reason why the yellow flag came out. They went in through the formation lap again, and now race action is underway in earnest with Shahan Ali Mohsin, this young lad from Agra, the defending champion, leading the pack. And he really is a force to reckon with. But straight away a move from Rohan Alba. This youngster, who's just 11 years old, is proving to be quite a taskmaster. He's got a 1.2 kilometer lap in which to try and get the better of Shahan Ali Mohsin. Over 15 laps, remember, of this race. So enough time for this young lad as the two battle it out for the lead. There is Yash Ashmore, who's keeping a safe distance. You've got Arjun R, Arjun Nair, Kunal Vinod, and all the others in the race pack. But now, Shahan Ali Mohsin takes the move. He makes it on the inside line. Just going wide was Rohan Alba, and that's given the window for Shahan Ali Mohsin to overtake him and take the lead back. This is turning out to be quite a fight between these two youngsters. Not an inch given. Meko Racing is what Shahan Ali Mohsin is from, but look at that. Just going wide was Rohan Alba, went off the tarmac, and that's allowed the extra second of the lead to build up for Shahan Ali Mohsin, who's kept very clean racing lines, and that's the reason why you will see him take the checkered flag soon. But for the moment there's a problem with one of the karters there. We just saw with 6 laps to go, you could see the blue flag being waved, one of the karters spilling out some oil. But for the moment, this battle is on between Rohan Alba and Shahan Ali Mohsin. Shahan Ali Mohsin running behind Rohan Alba, just waiting for the youngster to make that slight slip up that he can go past him. At the moment though, Rohan keeping very clean racing lines. He's not giving up on the momentum. You can see the racing line that he keeps when he comes out of the turn, not forcing him to brake unnecessarily. But on the straight, this is where Shahan Ali Mohsin takes the inside line. He had the slipstream going for him, and he's overtaken Rohan Alba. Take another close look at it. Just for that one instant, Rohan went wide, the inside line was open, and that's the move that Shahan Ali Mohsin has made. He's taken the lead, and now, with just about a lap or so to go, it seems as if this young lad from Agra will not be held back. He won't be giving up the lead here. The crowd also sensing a win here for this youngster. And the checkered flag being taken by Shahan Ali Mohsin. It was a tight race, but in the end he's made it count, put the setback of a jump start in the pre-finals behind him to clinch a win in the finals where it matters the most.
I would like to thank God first, my father, my family, Akbar uncle, Boone from Malaysia, and my mechanic.
I would like to thank my team Pedigree Racing, Shankar, my father, and everyone who's helped me.
Time for us to slip into a short break, but don't go anywhere.
Because right after that, Mr. Sanjay Sharma is in the studio, and he, of course, is the head of Motorsport JK Tyre.
कुछ भी लगा दो, इट्स ओके यार, क्या फर्क पड़ता है, इट्स ओके यार। इससे ज्यादा दिमाग तो तुम लोग बाल कटवाने में लगा देते हो, और टायर्स में कुछ भी। सैकड़ों गाड़ियां दौड़ रही हैं, माँ पीछे बैठी है, पर इट्स ओके यार। बीवी बच्चे को बिठा के चलाते हो, गड्ढे हैं, रिस्क है, इट्स ओके यार। हाँ ठीक है, एक्सीडेंट ही तो होगा, मर ही तो जाओगे, बट इट्स ओके यार, क्योंकि सब कुछ टायर्स पे ही डिपेंड करता है। इसलिए जेके टायर्स लाए हैं 2 व्हीलर टायर्स ब्लेज, हाइब्रिड टेक्नोलॉजी वाले रेस ट्रैक टेस्टेड टायर जो दें आपको टोटल कंट्रोल। तो अब से टायर्स में सिर्फ जेके इज ओके। जेके टायर, टोटल कंट्रोल।
फिर से लेट। chill guys.
चिल सैम वो गाना याद है
Congratulations, we have lost our way. रास्ता पूछने में तेरा क्या जाता था बे?
Guys, chill. I'm in control.
बिना परमिशन के तेरे पापा की गाड़ी वो फंस गया ना तो जाएगी दाढ़ी. Break मार, turn around, yeah. Break मार, turn around, yeah. Break मार, turn around, yeah. Break मार, turn around.
ट्रिप्स वही याद रहती हैं जो एज पर प्लान ना जाए. ऐसी ही ट्रिप्स के लिए JK Tyre Ranger series with superior braking. Stop from 100 to 0 in 4 seconds. JK Tyre, total control.
See, since we never had a competitive track in Bangalore, whatever the tracks we got in Bangalore are all fun karting track. We thought we'll have a competitive track in Bangalore. So myself and Mr. Akbar Ibrahim of Miko Motors, we got associated and we thought we'll open a track in Bangalore, and we have opened it. It's 9-meter width and 1.2 kilometers in length. And we have got about 13 turns overall. Well, my son was also into karting. Mr. Akash Gowda was also into karting. We decided let it also be, see, whenever we wanted to practice, either we had to go to Coimbatore or Hyderabad. So we decided we'll have a track in Bangalore itself so that all the karters who are in Bangalore will have a better practicing session there. So that was the major idea in mind, and we have done it. Well, as I told you, we want everybody to use the track, whether it is only for it is not only for competitive drivers, even for the fun driving, it can be used now. And Mr. Akbar Ibrahim is also trying to get the world karting to here.
With me in the studio is, of course, Raman Bhanot and Mr. Sanjay Sharma, the head of motorsport, JK Tyre. First question, sir. What is the plan to increase the popularity of the sport in our country?
$1 million question. Listen, this part of the sport, unfortunately, is the serious business, because we have two verticals here. One is 4-stroke karting and one is 2-stroke karting. The championship, unfortunately, is only for 2-stroke karting as of now, because we've been in 4-stroke for almost like 5-7 years. Like they say, we've been there, we've done it all. And whoever today is anywhere in this country performing anywhere, they've all come from 4-stroke karting. So the way forward is that we need to have more and more 4-stroke karting championships and more 4-stroke karting events happening there. But when you come to 2-stroke, this is like, it's like big boys game. Although the boys are 8 years old, but this is serious business, because when you drive a kart which is at over 100 and 150 kilometers an hour, it is serious business. And so to cut the long story short, 4-stroke is the future if you need more and more kids to join the sport of karting.
What's the road ahead in terms of developing more avenues for youngsters to take to the sport?
2-stroke is where anybody and everyone who wants to pursue motorsport has to find its roots. Even if you want to do 2-wheeler racing or 2-wheeler motorsport, I still insist that your career should start at the karting level, because this is where you learn the 3 basic things of your life. It's the safe driving, and then carrying the speed into the corners, and the braking points. That's the only 3 things that differentiates a racing driver from a normal driver.
And you've kept the entire program very cost effective for youngsters to actually take to even competitive racing. Just talk us through that.
Oh, absolutely, because that's the first mantra. That's the prime role that the sponsor has played for last 2.5 decades that we've been involved with. That this sport, which was perceived to be a sport for rich and famous, is now a sport for a common man, and you just require $100 to start and try your hands in karting anywhere. That's the kind of money you pay to buy a cinema ticket, you know. So it's come down to those levels. And as they say that the program itself entitles and gives you all these opportunities that you, if you have it in you, you keep winning and progressing. You need not be coming from some special pedigree or some special background, or you have to have your personal resources. So till a time, you know, you reach the highest level of JK program, yes, after that when you unleash into the international world, there still lies a gray area, because the expectations is phenomenally high and the sponsorship in India is not coming forth, and we just have this one company which is you know, out there, but you can't sponsor them all. So you know, there is a challenge at the top, but from grassroots till Formula 3 level, it's all prepaid.
Thank you so much, Mr. Sharma, for joining us for this little chit chat. And of course, thank you for JK Tyre's unflinching commitment to Indian motorsport. What we'll do now is very quickly take a look at action that unfolded in the Junior Max class. All set for the Junior Max pre-final race at Meko Kartopia in round 1 of the 13th JK Tyre FMSCI National Rotax Max Karting Championship. A lot of youngsters in the fray, including Paul T. Francis from Meko Racing. Also have Aditya Swaminathan, Jonathan Kurikos, who is from Rayo Racing. In kart number 45, it's Pradyumna Danigon from Mohites Racing from Kolhapur. In the ranks, Manav Sharma, all eyes will be on him as well, the lad from Faridabad. So the pre-formation lap getting underway, and straight away you can see the karters coming down the bend. There's an incident straight away. I think it's Chirag Ghorpade who's had a healthy tap from behind from Yash Aradhya. And another set of karters in the mid-pack. Take another look at it again in terms of what transpired, and a couple of other karters being involved in an incident. I thought that was Pradyumna Danigon involved in an incident with Mira Erda. But for the moment, it's fallen very kindly for Manav Sharma in kart number 39. The lad from Faridabad is in the lead. Yash getting involved in an incident where Parth went off the track, and it's fallen very nicely. At the moment though, for Manav Sharma, the challenge is coming from Nirmal Uma Shankar, but Manav, the lad from Faridabad, in the lead. As we head in towards the last lap, he's built up a healthy lead for himself as Manav. He's left Uma Shankar behind, he's left Paul T. Francis behind as well. Remember, it's the pre-final of the Junior Max class, and points for the taking here for Manav. He does take the checkered flag first. Paul Francis comes in second. Nirmal Uma Shankar will finish third. Junior Max final race sees the same classification grid for the pre-final as the grid, the starting grid for the final. It means that Manav Sharma will start on pole. Paul Francis will be on P2. Nirmal Uma Shankar on P3 as they get the race action underway. Straight away, it's Manav looking to capitalize on a clear track ahead of him. Albeit, you'll have to say Paul Francis will put up a stiff challenge. You can see Yash Aradhya in kart number 27 has moved into third place. He's overtaken Nirmal Uma Shankar. But these are early days in the race, and a lot of things can happen. We've seen that in the past, and it could very well be the story here as well. Problems for Chirag Ghorpade not finishing this race in kart number 36. He'll have a DNF against his name from BPC Racing, that young karter. Another karter stranded by the wayside, you could see, was Aditya Swaminathan. So problems for the two of them. And there you can see it in kart number 49 as Aditya Joshi from Rayo Racing in a spot of bother as well. But no botherations, no problems for Manav Sharma from Faridabad. He's in the lead, driving for BPC Racing. You've got Nirmal Uma Shankar, Paul Francis from Meko Racing. You've got Pradyumna Danigon from Mohites Racing, also looking to challenge in the top 5. There is that one girl on the grid as far as the Junior Max class is concerned, Mira Erda, who races for Erda Racing now. She is way behind in the mid-pack. Manav Sharma is the man in the lead. This young lad is going from strength to strength, albeit Nirmal Uma Shankar and Paul Francis looking to catch up with him. and it will be Manav Sharma who will take the checkered flag as well. Well ahead, at least about 3 seconds ahead of Nirmal Umashankar and Paul Francis.
Yeah, I was so nervous before the race, but my father helped me to have the confidence in me.
Today I started in 5th. First race I don't know, Yash went out, so I just climbed into 3rd, and at the next race I went 2nd.
I'd like to thank my team and everyone for supporting me, especially Akbar Uncle and Arman. They've put in a lot of work throughout the weekend. Also my parents, they've supported me through everything, and I'm really thankful for that.
I wonder if you know, Raman, that I belong to Faridabad. So does Manav Sharma, who basically has set the momentum when it comes to the races. And Manav, actually, by winning both the pre-finals and the finals, has actually gone up to the top of the rankings.
And his dream is to make it into Formula One. Coming from a family of agriculturalists, I think he's aiming for the stars, and the fact that he believes in it, and so does his father, I think is the key scenario. But you have to remember that Nirmal Umashankar was also no slouch either in this race category. He had a podium finish in both the pre-finals and the finals, and I think these two would have a rivalry going all through the round.
Well, lots of action coming up, but we will slip into a short break. After that, we have the Senior Max coming up. Stay tuned.
फिर से लेट.
Chill, guys.
चिल सैम वो गाना याद है?
Congratulations, we have lost our way. रास्ता पूछने में तेरा क्या जाता था बे?
Guys, chill. I'm in control.
Yeah, right.
बिना परमिशन के तेरे पापा की गाड़ी और फंस गया ना तो जाएगी दाढ़ी. Break मार, turn around, yeah. Break मार, turn around, yeah. Break मार, turn around, yeah. Break मार, turn around.
ट्रिप्स वही याद रहती हैं जो एज पर प्लान ना जाए. ऐसी ही ट्रिप्स के लिए JK Tyre Ranger series with superior braking. Stop from 100 to 0 in 4 seconds. JK Tyre, total control.
कुछ भी लगा दो, इट्स ओके यार. क्या फर्क पड़ता है, इट्स ओके यार. इससे ज्यादा दिमाग तो तुम लोग बाल कटवाने में लगा देते हो. और टायर्स में कुछ भी, सैकड़ों गाड़ियां दौड़ रही हैं, माँ पीछे बैठी है, पर इट्स ओके यार. बीवी बच्चे को बिठा के चलाते हो, गड्ढे हैं, रिस्क है, इट्स ओके यार. हाँ ठीक है, एक्सीडेंट ही तो होगा, मर ही तो जाओगे, बट इट्स ओके यार. क्योंकि सब कुछ टायर्स पे ही डिपेंड करता है. इसलिए JK टायर्स लाए हैं 2 व्हीलर टायर्स ब्लेज. हाइब्रिड टेक्नोलॉजी वाले रेस ट्रैक टेस्टेड टायर्स जो दें आपको टोटल कंट्रोल. तो अब से टायर्स में सिर्फ JK इज ओके. JK टायर, टोटल कंट्रोल.
You know, it's the availability of tracks like these around the country that allows youngsters their first taste of motorsport. Some of them take to it just as a hobby, that's karting. And then for some, it becomes that stepping stone that ignites that passion to do something at a bigger level in motorsport.
Absolutely. And let's talk about the passion which these senior boys have, the big boys have, the Senior Max class. 13 karters, Nayan, Dhruv and Vishnu. Check them out.
So it's all in readiness in the 13th JK Tyre FMSCI National Rotax Max Karting Championship in the Senior Max class, as it's going to be Vishnu Prasad, Dhruv Mohite, Ricky Donaldson, Nayan Chatterjee. Got to keep an eye out on all these young kids and see what they can do here at the Meko Kartopia track. Ricky Donaldson, remember, defending champion, straight away in the lead. Amay Bafna running second. In third place at the moment is Dhruv Mohite, and right behind him is Nayan Chatterjee. Vishnu Prasad falling off the pace right at the start itself. It'll be interesting to see whether the Chennai lad can make a comeback. But Ricky Donaldson, he's got good pace on the kart. His kart is exceedingly well balanced. And you can clearly see that he's got a couple of seconds between him and the karter who's running second, which is Amay Bafna from Rayo Racing. Nayan Chatterjee of Meko Racing is in fourth spot, looking to challenge Dhruv Mohite of Mohite's Racing, the lad from Kolhapur. And it'll be interesting to see whether Dhruv can hold on to that third spot, and if so, for how long. But at the moment, the race lead is with Ricky Donnison. And you can clearly see that he's got a much better balanced kart and a very good racing style as well, taking the corners cleanly without giving too much. And he will take the checkered flag and win the 18-lap race, well ahead of Amay Bafna, who comes in second. Right, so we're off with the final of the Senior Max class.
It's a good feeling to win every race we've done on this track.
I qualified 5th and I'm here second right now in the final. I just want to try and get the best position possible.
Well, I think my pre-finals were not the best, but definitely I don't think I can make the same mistake in the final. So I think Ricky and Amay should wash out of it.
It's a 20-lap race, remember, the finals of the Senior Max across this 1.2 kilometer lap that we've got at the Meko Kartopia track, which effectively translates into 24 kilometers that these karters are going to do to determine the winner of the first round race of the Senior Max class in the final. And Donnison at the moment is head and shoulders ahead of the rest of the pack, well ahead of Amay Bafna, well ahead of Nayan Chatterjee and Vishnu Prasad, the very seasoned driver from Chennai. There's Dhruv Mohite of Kolhapur as well, who's on the racetrack but running in the mid-pack at the moment. There you can see him in the fray just as we speak. Akash Gowda, Mrinal Chatterjee, Shreyas Jain, Aro, Ravindra, Anjan Patodia, Abhirat Shetty, Raghu Rangasamy and Abdul Malik, and Jason Huggins making up the entire grid as far as the karters are concerned. 14 karters on the track for the Senior Max final. None as dominant as Ricky Donnison, who's leading the rest of the pack by quite a mile now. The distance that he's built up between himself and Amay Bafna, who's running second, is over 3 seconds. This is the first round at Bengaluru, 4 more rounds still to come, so consistency will also be a key in terms of who gets declared the overall winner for the entire season. And what awaits the overall winner is a chance to represent India at the Rotax Max World Finals, but for the moment it's going to be a win for Ricky Donnison, and a win by a fair distance.
Thank firstly Akbar uncle for everything he's done, JK Tyre for the championship. Yeah, and the organization's been incredible this weekend. And my dad, BPC Racing, and the rest of the team, all my mechanics, they've just done an amazing job.
Yeah, it's great to be back on the track. I'd like to say thanks to Rayo Racing for giving me a drive this weekend, and special thanks to Rayoman Banaji.
Qualifying was bad itself. I qualified third, and afterwards in the heats I finished second. Pre-finals I finished third. Amay drove well, and Ricky was, I think, untouchable this weekend. Finals I had my steering column was in my hand, so I would like to thank Satan to do that to me.
Ricky Donnison and Amay Bafna putting in a repeat performance, finishing 1 and 2 in both the pre-finals and finals, while Nayan Chatterjee, this very enterprising young lad, finishing third on both occasions. That's how those races panned out in the Senior Max class.
And the stage, of course, was set for more intriguing battles. 4 rounds still left. And do not forget, the prize is actually to be sitting in one of those JK Euro 16 cars in the upcoming National Championship.
Absolutely, that's the big prize up for grabs. But remember, as Sunanda just said, we've got more action still to come, and we bring you all of that same time next week as we bring you coverage from the second round of the 13th JK Tyre FMSCI Rotax Max National Karting Championship. Till then, bye-bye.